Mark on? And is Ms. Mitchell on?
She's not on this one.
She's not on the public?
Well, she might be on the live stream, but she's not on this.
Okay, got it. All right. All right. So I call this special session of the North Santiam School District's Board of Directors to order at 6:01 p.m. It's an open meeting of the board, and the public is allowed to observe in person and via live stream on YouTube, with the exception of executive session agenda items. Our first order of business is acknowledgement that presently 6 of our 7 board members is present. Mark Henderson is planning to be on the remote site, and we will make a notation in the record when he arrives. Next is the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our next item of the agenda is agenda approval. Excuse me, I'd entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Agenda is approved as presented and printed. Before coming to our next item of business, which is to recess into executive session, I want to make note that, as was communicated to the parties involved, we will first meet in executive session with our attorney prior to hearing the complaint and the complainant. I did not anticipate that there would be such an audience tonight. Typically speaking, only the parties to the complaint are permitted to attend the executive session. So if you are a party to the complaint and plan to give testimony, you are welcome to stay during the complainant section. Otherwise, the executive session is closed to the public. And so at this time, we will recess into executive session per ORS 192.6602F to consider records exempt by law from public inspection, and ORS 332.061 to examine confidential records. The Board of Directors will now meet in executive session to consider records exempt by law from public inspection and for the examination of the confidential records, specifically confidential student records. This portion of the meeting is not open to the public. However, designated staff, invited guests, and the news media shall be allowed to attend. All others in attendance will be asked to exit the meeting, and the current live stream will end. At the conclusion of the executive session, a new live stream will begin. The live stream link for part 2 of the meeting is available on the district website in the same locations as the link for part 1. No board action may be taken in executive session. At the end of the executive session, the board will return to open session and will welcome the audience back into the meeting. Representatives of the news media, if present, are specifically directed not to report on or otherwise disclose any of the deliberations or anything said about these subjects during the executive session, except to state the general subject of the session as previously announced. At this time, we are now in executive session, and